I don't know if he meant to leave before the phrase finished. And that's fine with me. He's gone. Everybody, we've got 3 more races today. 3! Can you count that high? I sure can. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Well, I don't want to delay too much because, you know, we've got a lot of fun today. If you are enjoying the matches here and you haven't seen Kusog7ande before, we do have all of the VODs for this tournament as well as the last few tournaments up on YouTube. If you want to go check them out, youtube.com/Brosentia is a good place to go. You can also check out the schedule if you prefer to go and watch VODs that are on Twitch. They should also all be on Twitch, just a little less organized, but all of the links are on. Oh my gosh. Other people are counting 1, 2, 5. Yeah, I get the joke. I get the joke, everybody. But yeah, VODs are on Twitch as well. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. I hope you're having a lot of fun. So, with that said, let's go ahead and head on to the reveal for game number 2, Crappy. Walk this way. Yeah, a little bit of a better walk than Simon Belmont had. Ooh. Just had to go and use that restroom. Well, hopefully one day he is able to find it. I think he had to get married first, but after that, maybe he'll be able to, like, after the marriage, find the restroom. Good. Good, good, good. Simon, best of luck to you. Let's go ahead and reveal the GM. Say hello to our dear friend, Hedgemaze. I just love this cat. Like, I don't know why this cat is so stressed. Well, I know why the cat is stressed out. Hedgemaze, is this your cat?
Yeah, this is Nancy.
Nancy, like, this picture is perfect. Is she a big fan of the Mets? Is that a Mets hat?
No, she's a cat, but she's orange and she wears a blue collar, so sure.
Okay. Actually, yes, that has to be the Mets, right?
Yeah, it's a Mets hat.
Okay.
It's one of those little plastic things that they give you ice cream in.
Oh, I was going to say, it looks like a hat. I mean, in this case, it is a hat.
Yeah, they're the perfect size for cats.
That's perfect. I love it. And honestly, if they give you ice cream in one of those, as long as there hasn't been a cat in it first, I am completely cool with that.
Yeah, it's perfect. I got another one recently. It was a white one, and it's like, wow, I have a whole collection. I have an orange one, I have a blue one, and I have a white one.
Yeah,
Nancy can be so fashionable.
Nancy, I am so proud of you. You know, the fanciest of all cats. Actually, no, just lying. Strange Aeons on YouTube put out a video where she made like 5 different Halloween costumes for her cat. She's got a furless cat. I almost said skinless, and that's not true. That's not true. The cat has skin. It's basically all skin. And all of the costumes were adorable. They were great. Like, she made a chef's hat, and she made a Dobby costume, put the cat in a sack, basically. It was great. And it looked just like Dobby. Anyways, I don't think we have Dobby today. We've got a very different thing here.
Yeah, we've got a different animal today.
Yeah. I really like this animal, too. I think that every time that they have come up lately, I have regaled people about my love of Captain Cook. Especially the penguin named after him in Mr. Popper's Penguins. What game do we have?
Yeah, we have a penguin game, and it's not that one on GBA that I reference. But anyway, this is a game with a history, and I think it's more like people. I don't know if anyone's going to think this is too. Anyway, we'll see. We'll talk about this.
I don't know.
We'll see. It's Penguin Adventure for the MSX.
Look at this penguin. Logo go. Oh no, who's in the background there? Is that like a lizard, or is it like Grimace?
Yeah, let me look at the game facts. What was that thing called? There's a name for it. The Freezosaurus. The Freezosaurus.
The Freezosaurus.
Yeah, that's the boss.
I hate it, but okay.
Yeah, so people are mentioning, I've kind of been on this kick this year, so I've been giving out games that are like a very early and weird game from developers that we know for better games. Well, this is Hideo Kojima's first game.
This is Kojima's first game?
Yep.
Oh, Kojima. I am so proud we get to join you in your Penguins adventure. And you know what? There are a lot of developers who grow over time and who become much better with what they make. So everybody get excited for some Kojima action.
Yeah,
honestly, as much as people trash on Death Stranding, I actually really liked it.
I haven't played that, but this is an interesting game.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be interesting. I'm not going to spoil it until we start getting into it. Yeah, Death Stranding, I completely understand how that's not for everybody. Kojima made the Metal Gear Solid games, though, right?
Yes. There's actually a cameo in Metal Gear Solid 4. Sunny, the little girl, is playing this game on a PSP in the beginning of the game.
Aww, that's adorable. And simply put, I love penguins. Okay.
They're good animals.
Yeah. Every time I see penguins at the zoo, they're like perfect. And then there's the Twitter account that like tells you who's been a good penguin and who's been a bad penguin. And do you know that Twitter account?
I haven't seen that one. That sounds good.
I'm trying to remember which zoo it is, but yeah, they have like good penguin of the month and then like the naughty penguin of the month. Because some of the penguins just cause trouble.
Yeah, I think this penguin's causing trouble. This
Yeah,
is a penguin with a gun.
Whoa, jeez, okay. So this is a Kojima game.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, you'll see.
Okay.
Definitely is. This is actually a sequel to Antarctic Adventure, which doesn't have guns.
Well, we can imagine. We can imagine the guns.
Well, we'll see them here. Well,
so
actually,
excited.
I didn't tell the players how to get them, so we'll find out. We'll find that out pretty soon.
Yeah, honestly, you never really know until the players get into it. Well, everybody, we are on the 7th tournament here. We are in the group stages. Right now, the most important thing for the players to do is to do as well as they can. Make as much progress as they can in the game, and as long as they take one of the higher places, they have a good chance of staying in the tournament. Now, do you know how many points the players have in this specific match going into it?
Yeah, this is a 7-point match, so nobody's going to be eliminated today.
Okay, no eliminations, just penguins.
Just penguins.
I mean, I guess that's fair. I like penguins. I like not eliminating people sometimes. I hear the penguin. Making penguin noises. Okay, that's good. Aw, this title screen music is adorable. Kojima, how could you do this to me? You've already broken my heart with how pretty this is.
Yeah, this is deceptively cute. I should start a prediction.
Yeah, get the prediction started. We've got Lops, Dude, Amazing Toaster, and Tea Party Cthulhu all playing today. I think Amazing Toaster was actually kind of shocked with how he did last round, and I'm really happy. Amazing Toaster has been around in the community for a long time and has always struggled a little bit and did super well last round. It was really cool. I think all of the players are ready. Dude, Amazing Toaster, Tea Party Cthulhu, and Lobst have confirmed. So everybody, I need you to get all of your best penguin emotes and spam those. What else would be good?
If you have any Kojima emotes, that works too. I know there's one from McCaw's channel, but if you have any Konami games, sure.
Aw, Macaw played this. That's adorable.
I don't know if he did, but he's got a emote of disappointed-looking Kojima.
Oh. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, there it is.
That's a good face. Yeah, disappointed Kojima. And here we go! The players are getting into the first level here. We have Penguin Adventure for the MSX.
Yes, we do.
So what is going on here?
So you are Penta, or so there's a longer name for the penguin, but you're journeying through the land to try to find the golden apple that will save Princess, I think Penguet is her name.
Penguet?
The penguin princess who is terminally ill in the castle.
She's ill? She's gonna die?
Yeah, we have to save her.
Oh, and I don't like that.
I feel like this is a very like Kojima game because there's a good ending and a bad ending, and you want to take a guess, like, how you get a good or bad ending to this? Like, you assume it's probably, like, something that you do, right? Like,
or how fast you go.
yeah, you think so. Well, it's how many times you pause the game, and no, I don't mean if you pause it less times, then you get a good ending. I mean, so the formula for this is 1 plus 4 times n. So if you pause it 5 times, or 9 times, or etc., you get the good ending. If you don't, she dies.
What?
Thanks, Kojima.
Okay, so Kojima was just messing with everybody.
Yes, and it's really like this ending is just like, oh, she died horribly because you weren't fast enough, and it's like, thank you, that's a great ending.
What if you pause none? Do you get the bad ending?
I guess because it's not one of those numbers.
Oh, that's mean.
It's
Kojima,
mean.
I love you. Thank you so much. You run to, like, the weird penguin guardians. Those look like the guardians on Neverending Story. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that, like, zap you with lasers and you just...
Oh, yeah.
Whoop! You're dead.
So I told them the basics here, but I didn't tell them, like, secrets. So you see how they're assuming that this is a game where you just run forward and avoid obstacles. It's not exactly. You see there's those holes in the ground? Some of them are smaller and some of them are bigger. The bigger ones are just gonna trip you. But the smaller ones, you want to fall in those, because those are shops.
What do you mean the smaller ones? Like the ones that the fish are flying out of?
No, there's like, some of them are shorter than others, like the long-looking ones, but some of them are shorter. But yeah, those are shops run by like underground fishermen, and they sell you all kinds of items, and there's like a lottery. And you can just use your fish as currency. So you want to catch a lot of fish.
Okay, gotcha.
Anyway, but I said this was a game where you're a penguin with a gun. Well, you need to go into the shop to get the gun.
Yeah, you're not going to have a gun if you don't buy it. You got to pass a background check and everything. It's lengthy process. It's important, though. It's very...
It's important. So yeah, we have a boss coming up every 3 levels, and you can defeat it without the gun, but it's going to be a lot easier if they have the gun. So I am curious to see Lobster's having a problem. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think the game crashed. Well.
That's not good.
Well, if it keeps happening, then that's something that we could go ahead and discuss. If needed, we can give a little additional time, but at the same time, I think that, with how early the game is, the players are just learning the basics of how it works.
Yeah, they are probably going to die multiple times.
Yeah, everybody is going to die multiple times. I don't think this is much of a setback.
Also, this is also a game where I think that figuring this out is going to help. Like, you'll be able to get back, but, like... Yeah, it's probably an emulator issue, so we'll hope that this doesn't keep happening.
Yeah, we'll find out. If like, one person is affected by these issues much more than other people, then that's something that we can take a look at. But for now, I would say that not a huge concern. One crash. It happens. Kusog7ande. We tend to have games that aren't exactly the top of the line games out there. Guess what? It's a bad video game tournament, and they tend to test a lot of the games on Kusog7ande a little bit less than other games that are on emulators.
Okay, the dude is at the boss. This is the same boss every 3 levels, but you have to keep fighting it. So it's gonna shoot you with the fireballs, and dude, be careful.
It looks you just jump on the cans or whatever.
Yeah, you have to jump on the cans 3 times each. It's easier to just use the gun, but this also works if you're able to avoid the fireballs. The dude looks like he's figuring this out.
Oh, that was so close to the end there. Be careful.
Close.
That's
Be
okay.
careful.
I think we're going to have a full game over in a little bit. Goodbye, turtle. Lizard thing. I don't know what it is. I want it to be dead, though.
Oh, right. I did put a flashing warning in the title. This will happen whenever you defeat the boss.
Yes. Usually having it in just one of the 4 screens isn't going to be quite as bad, but know that we could occasionally have multiple screen flashing, and if you have the screen maximized and are sensitive to that, it could happen. Be aware. I'm taking a look at this. I don't see Kojima credited here.
He's not, but they say this is the first game he worked on. He was like an assistant director or something, assistant designer or something like that.
Aw, that's adorable. Come on, 80s. Credit the people who worked on games. Credit all of them.
I do like at the end of the credits, I pasted in the match channel, where was it? Yeah, it says there's a message at the end of the credits. We promise to continue sending romantic game messages presented by Konami. Thanks, Konami.
Thank you, Konami. By the way, this game, the producer for, or the director for the game, I believe the person who designed it, also was the producer for Symphony of the Night. And I just love that. I absolutely love everything about that. Oh my gosh, some of the Metal Gear Solid games. You know, it's not just Kojima who worked on this. There are a lot of people who put in a little elbow grease here. I want to know who made the music, because this music is good. We've got Yoshinori Sasaki and Kenichi Matsubara. The first one worked producing Ys 6, made some of the poppin' music games. The executive producer for The Mummy? For Game Boy Color? I feel like I know this Mummy game, but I'm not completely sure.
I gave out the second one last year.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't think it's the same people as the first game, but they're both questionable.
Gotcha. He was also a programmer for Resident Evil Revelations. Yeah, and worked on sound for a few different games, but nothing really that stands out too much, except for Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. 3 people getting to the end of stage 1 right there. The other person who worked on audio for this did the audio for Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. Both Castlevania 2 and 3, they both have fantastic music, so yeah, that's great. I love it.
Yes, I'm curious to see if any player is going to figure out the shop anytime soon. Because really, it just has to accidentally happen, or maybe you get curious about why some holes look different, but it is very important, because there's a lot of different items you can get, and they are very helpful.
I like this music. It's cute.
It's good.
And the graphics are cute. What do you think the biggest difficulty is with these levels that they're playing here? Because it doesn't look too bad. Like, you have a lot of time to get through. You just got to build up speed and get over the jumps. Is it easy to run out of time, though?
Not yet. It's going to become faster later on, but I think your main problem now is not running out of lives against the boss. But the problem is that you only get like the 3 lives, and this game is very long. I mean, it's like this. You know, obviously long plays are like 45 minutes, but you have to not die anywhere. Like, it's tough.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. There's a lot of...
Yeah, and I was going to say, like, I don't have this game here because it's, like, the worst game. It's not amazing, but it's here mostly because it's just very hard and unfair in some ways.
Yeah, honestly, I would say for the MSX, this is actually really neat looking. They managed to simulate scrolling without, like, having to deal with side-scrolling. Honestly, you know, it gives the illusion of movement while having very little movement at all. And that makes it a lot easier for the computer to process. I've seen plenty of side-scrolling MSX games that are not decent. And by plenty, I mean Lost in Plantinus, the turn-based platformer, as we like to call it. I love when you get up on the cloud. It's adorable. Just fly over everything and collect the fish.
Yeah, it's good. Oh yeah, I like somebody pointed out he wants beer. I like that at the end of the levels he'll dream about something. Sometimes it's the princess, sometimes it's beer, sometimes it's Konami. like the Konami logo.
Gotcha. So apparently this is a sequel to a game, if I'm reading this correctly.
Yeah, Antarctic Adventure, I think it's called. That one is similar, but it is doesn't have the RPG elements and things like that. It's more straightforward, just forward runner.
Okay. Well, that's kind of nice that they added in some other games. Yeah, it's got boss fights, purchasable items, if any of them can find the shops, and several mini games throughout. You can get fish. That's very like fishing mini games, except this whole game is a fishing mini game. That's how you can tell that it's an RPG. There's fishing.
Yeah, you always need a fishing mini game. It's not a real game if it doesn't have fish.
It's not a real RPG. JRPG specifically.
Yeah. I'll drop the game facts in the GM chat, because you can see all of these items. There's a ton of them, and I am not going to remember what all of them do, but there's a ton of items.
I love the game over music. This is adorable.
Yeah.
I mean, it means your penguin's dead, and the girlfriend's dead, but whatever.
Yeah. The whole kingdom depends on you. Oh yeah, so you can see on the map, you're trying to get to that tree on the right-hand side to get the golden apple, and then you gotta get all the way back.
You have to go back?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a loop on the map, but yeah, you have to go get that and then bring it back. Oh wow, we got the dude with all the celebrating penguins.
Actually, wouldn't it make sense to, like, start in the ice stage since you're a penguin?
I don't know, we have a varied landscape in Penguin Land.
I guess that's fine, you know, start in the forest. I don't know, penguins might actually like forests. I don't know how many forests, like, penguins live around, or if there are any penguin forests, but if there are, I think they would be the cutest forests in the world.
Yeah, like, there's some penguins that live in, like, hot weather, so maybe there's trees.
Yeah. Oh, kill the logs! Dude is invincible.
Yeah, the logs those will just take you out. They're not like the pits that will just slow you down.
They'll kill you?
I think so.
I mean...
Anyway, they're dangerous, but the dude's doing pretty good at this game.
Yeah, the dude is doing a good job of jumping over the logs. I actually love that they put a swimming section. There are too many platformers where, like, penguins die falling into water, and it doesn't make any sense.
Hey, you're a penguin.
Yeah, penguins swim! They got the flippy flappies.
Exactly. Yeah, this game has good music. I like how it's tense.
Same.
The dude's penguin is dreaming of Konami.
Same. Another swimming level. Look at this. Look how cute this is, everybody.
Hey, now we're underwater.
You get to see the penguin butt. You see the anemones. Do the anemones kill you?
I don't remember. There's a lot in this game.
Oh no! A sea urchin swimming, trying to get you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I hate sea urchins that swim.
Yeah, somebody points out this is the penguin that later appears in Parodius. Yeah, this is... He makes 3 appearances.
I love it.
One of the players had played Parodius, but that's not going to help you here.
Nah, it's vetoed. Throwing this game out.
Yeah. I did have players discussing why the penguins have belly buttons, and they're like, they're apparently not birds here. What are they?
Stop it. I don't know. Maybe they just poke each other in the belly enough when they're young that they have permanent belly buttons. It's like a scar, battle scars.
I guess that's possible. Linkora is saying my stream is running behind. You know what? I'm just looking at Bressentia's stream.
So if it's running behind, I have no idea how.
I'll open up all the streams.
No, don't, because it should be synced up exactly like with what I'm seeing. I mean, you can open up some if you want to listen to some of the good jams.
Yeah, I got one of them open. Okay, I am... Oh no, how does Discord work?
So, the dude may have had a crash, unfortunately. So it looks like we've had a couple crashes from players, not enough to severely impact them because, you know, we're going to have a lot of game overs. That's just the reality of what's going to happen here. But
yeah, we'll see how this goes.
If crashes do affect one party or two parties much more than the others, then that could be something that we take into account when deciding how to score the match.
Yeah.
In general, you know, essentially whoever makes the most progress over the course of an hour is the victor. And we, you know, I don't want to throw out a game because of one or two little crashes. It happens.
Yeah, I'm hoping this won't be an issue. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, Amazing Toaster getting the fish. I really dislike these slimes. They're deadly. Get a slime, kills you. Why are there slimes in the Arctic anyway, or the Antarctic? Any of the Arctics.
It's a video game. You gotta have slimes.
I mean, I guess. It's an RPG. You gotta have slimes.
Yeah, like how did that happen? Like the first level, pretty much of like any JRPG has to have you fighting slimes. Like who
True.
decided
That's
that?
how you get levels.
Yeah.
Easy money. Hasten slowly. That's like the opposite of what hastening is. Hasten slowly. Who do you think we are? Like Queen of England? She can go as slow as she wants. I don't even know if she's alive still.
Yeah, we don't know. We'll find out later, depending on how many times they pause, which is to say, not okay. Did dude die or reset?
I don't know. Like, people are saying that it looked like it might have been a crash, but I actually didn't see what the screen looked like.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, this might have been a reset. It's very possible that the dude early on was like, nah, this isn't going well. Let's just start over.
That's fair.
Yeah. KM in chat is saying that it looked like a reset. Yeah, probably a reset. I honestly have no idea who's going to do the best in this match. Like, the dude has had the best push so far. The dude at the top right. T-Part Cthulhu is often a very strong player as well. Well, all of them, you know, they took second place on their first match here. Amazing Toaster has often played in Kusog7ande before, but I know that each year he's been getting a little bit better, and this year he's been doing really well. I'm excited to see, you know, how far he's going to get in this silly penguin game.
Yeah, we got some strong players here.
Yeah, a lot of the games that you see on MSX with Kusog7ande, like, almost nobody played when they were younger. Honestly, MSX wasn't, like, much of a thing in the US. So I don't think a lot of people really got to play through the games that came out on it. You know, it was a home computer. There's a decent number of games. I think I downloaded, I'm not sure if I have the complete official library or not, but, you know, I have a huge amount of their games, and I basically recognized none of them.
Yeah, it's interesting whenever we get to systems that, like, most of us didn't experience as kids. You should get to see some different kinds of games.
Yeah. Okay, so Dude is confirming that there was a crash, and then one time the game just, like, reset itself. So there are a few issues that are popping out of this game, but it is still fairly early. The biggest thing is, like, if it keeps happening, we'll discuss and see if this is something that, like, is worth giving a mulligan to the players. I'd say up until this point, though, like, I'm not too concerned. If a player has a really good push and it affects placements severely, then that's something we'll want to bring up.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was going to track this by distance, but, you know, by how many stages they completed, and then by the distance inside the stage if needed. But
Yeah.
we'll see what happens here.
But yeah, basically, Microsoft was involved in making the MSX. However, it was most popular in Japan, and there were some that came out in other countries. It was definitely not a very American thing, though. Not very many were sold in the US at all. So that's why most of the games you're going to see on the MSX are not games that people here are familiar with. There just weren't very many outside of Japan. Okay, Amazing Toaster may have had a lock there as well. Yes, it is confirmed. Well, at least everybody is having the game freeze on occasion.
Yeah, this is a problematic game, but at least it's not affecting one player specifically. But yeah, the dude I know had at least like 2 or 3 of these.
Yeah, but we're gonna keep going, and unless there's a really solid reason for us to stop in the middle, even if we do play out the match, if we have a decision that, you know, it's a mulligan, and that we have a rematch, then we can go ahead and do that another time. But for now, the penguin runs.
Yeah, for now, the players must continue to suffer.
They must. Well, I don't know if I would even say this is suffering, per se. Like, this game is kind of fun in some ways.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
It's adorable. We've got, like, a dragon murdering the penguins. I'm not sure why there's a dragon blocking the way to the tree.
There's so many of them. You get one every 3 levels. Or is it the same one and he just, like, swims further up to block you again? Not sure.
You are just throwing him in the water, and water doesn't kill penguins. Why would it kill lizards?
Yeah, he could probably just swim.
Yeah, swimming's really not that hard.
Yeah, so when I gave the players the... Uh-oh.
It's fine.
Game over for Tea Party.
That happens to the best of us. Chad is asking if anybody has beaten the lizard, and yes, Dude has. Dude is working on it right now. We're just trying to split the ice, basically pull a Bugs Bunny. Sawing a circle in the ice. Yeah, you know, cut a hole in the ice, let the enemy fall in and freeze to death. It's good. Or turn into a giant icicle or ice cube. It's always fun. Yeah. And there we go. Dude taking the boss down. Whee! Time to dance with the penguins. Woo!
I love the dancing with the glow sticks or the batons.
Did glow sticks exist in the 80s? Oh my gosh. I have no idea when the glow stick was invented. I'm going to have to look that up because I'm interested in this question.
I assume they did. They existed in the early 90s when I was a kid.
That was the 90s, though.
Yeah, but like... This game came out, what, 87? Something like that.
Yeah, that's not the 90s.
It's close.
No, it's 3 years before the 90s.
Look, Amazing Toaster from the shop.
Amazing Toaster in a shop. That is the first time we have... Amazing Toaster bought a gun. Okay.
Bought a gun.
Shoes.
Exciting.
Shoes allow you to go faster, it looks like.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is ridiculously fast. Tea Party Cthulhu is saying, do not press button 2.
Okay. No, button 2 is shoot. But if you don't have anything to shoot, maybe that's a problem.
Honestly, you know, this is something for the players to learn about the game. Yeah, that's something that, like, if you wanted while the match is going, you could test out to see what happens if you press button 2.
So when I gave them the directions here, I told them left, right, up, down, and button 1 is jump and button 2 is shoot.
Tea Party Cthulhu says it also crashes the game, and it may crash in certain situations if you don't have the gun.
I'm just outright going to tell them that you have nothing to shoot, but it's what you need to shoot. Because it's like, I don't want them to think that they should never press button 2. Because if they do have something to shoot, they should be pressing that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Wait, Tea Party Cthulhu is above the world?
Yeah, okay, finally we got somebody to do that. If you get so there'll be like wings that appear, certain spots, and if you jump up and get them and you keep jumping up, you will get to space, and you get this like bonus level where you can try to get all the fish. It's good. Different music. This is good.
Yeah, actually, Hedgemaze, I think that if you want to pull up the game and see like what happens if you do press button 2 when you don't have a gun, does it crash for you? Because that might be what's causing the crashes for other players. Accidentally pressing button 2 when they don't have a gun.
Yeah, it's like I don't think I tried that, but I'll try that now.
Why would you try to shoot if you don't have a gun? I don't try to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. Come on, everybody. Chat, would you shoot if you don't have anything to shoot?
So someone in chat is asking, the bonus level does not count to progress at all. Not progress, but it gives you fish. You need fish as currency to buy things like gun.
Fish are money.
Yeah, fish are money.
I can shoot things that aren't guns. Like
yeah,
what?
I think you can later get like a wand or other things you can shoot. I don't know, this game is a lot.
Okay. I mean, wands, you usually cast with wands. I guess, like, a bow, you shoot a bow and arrow. You point your indie finger and say bang. Oh, yeah, handgun. That's still a gun, though. Handguns are guns. They're like finger guns. Yeah, Lobs went to space as well. I'm glad that the penguin is able to get really high up sometimes. You know, I feel like maybe you flew a bit too high at very big ambitions, you silly penguin.
Okay, I'm gonna open up the game and see what happens when you press 2, when you shouldn't be pressing 2.
Yeah, do that. I'm curious because this may be something that maybe... like, as long as it's guaranteed that we know what causes crashes, then we can tell players from here on out how to avoid it. Because honestly, like, what matters are the later attempts in this game. You know, the early attempts are mostly, especially the first half hour, learning the basics of how the game plays and how to make progress. And then after this, the last half hour should be focusing on getting your personal best. That doesn't always apply to Kusog7ande matches. See Kusog7ande Wars from yesterday, where one of the players won in the first 5 minutes and never managed to get back there again.
Yeah, these games are funny. You never know how matches are going to go.
Yeah, the great majority of the time, it's going to be something that, you know, later on you'll make more progress. Amazing Toaster found a shop. Get whatever you like. Spend your fish.
Yeah, I'm like mashing this button too, and I can't get anything unusual to happen here. I am not sure what happened.
Strange. I'm gonna say that, like, maybe there are certain situations where button 2 is going to cause a problem. Or maybe. For a lot of people, like, the button that they have mapped to button 2, it might be dual mapped to something else. I don't know.
Maybe.
But that said, if they have it mapped to 2 different things in the emulator, that's not my problem. Well, here we are. We are about half an hour into this match and enjoying the penguin shenanigans. Yeah, one thing as well that, like, happens with some games is that, yeah, sometimes they are a little bit unstable, but you can learn how to deal with the instability. For example, Xena on Game Boy Color. I love that game, Hedgemaze. It's so good. But if you go into the area with frogs, the game can crash. Because too many sprites are created. And so, like, learning how to deal with potential crashes in that area is actually a very important part of the speedrun. Specifically, no matter what, like, it's better to die than to go slow. Like, take the risk, just try to rush through there because you don't want the game to crash.
Yeah. Okay, we've got 2 of them on the boss right now.
Yeah, look at he shoots fire. Fire to the left, fire to the right. Yeah, Tea Party Cthulhu is trying to figure out how to fight the boss and isn't doing the best fight here. I think he's trying to get the boss to attack the can. Yeah, that's fair. Like,
yeah, you might think you need him to destroy them. Prism Ranger in chat's asking, I just got here, what are the problems with this game? Well, the emulator or the game or some combination keeps crashing sometimes.
Yeah.
And we're not sure why.
That is the main problem we're coming up with. Otherwise, the game is, like, why it's on Kusog7ande is more that the game is hard, especially as you get going. Like, it's a cute game, but it's not without its flaws. Considering that, like, with how fast you get going and how many things can absolutely murder you, it can get a little bit frustrating. Amazing Toaster, though, figured out a pretty good way to deal with some of the slimes in that area. Just hog the right or the left until you get to the boss, and it ended up working out just fine. That is a game over for Tea Party Cthulhu. Back to the beginning here.
Yeah, it's like, how many of our players figured out how to buy items? Amazing Toaster did. Did anyone else figure it out?
I don't think anybody else has figured out what the shop is.
So.
It's very much not obvious, though.
No.
Like, that's something that
like...
might show up in a manual to and be explained that way. But otherwise, yeah, you just are probably going to accidentally fall in a hole and be like, wait, there's a shop?
Yeah, that's the way we figured it out. It was just like, it's the kind of thing you have to accidentally find, and that's why I think it's pretty fun.
Look at all of Toaster's penguins!
Wow,
holy
so many.
Crap!
Yeah, I wonder if that's determined by your, like, time left or something.
How many times you paused?
I don't know.
Since that determines what ending you get, because why not?
Yeah, this is a special game.
It's so fish,
right,
so special.
So let me look at the item. So Toaster's got the bracelet. That is an item that lets you find special items and is necessary to find all of them.
Wait, that's a bracelet? I thought it was a yo-yo.
Is it?
Or a pendant? Necklace?
It says the necklace.
It might be the necklace. Yeah.
The necklace is an item that lets you bet multiple times at the slot machines.
Because I know where those are.
Well, that's also in the shop.
Oh.
But yeah, that's not actually an amazing item. And the other one is the propeller hat that will let you jump longer and higher.
I like that.
That's a good one.
The ring apparently makes sure that you don't stumble when you hit the sea anemones that are in the sea stages. I love that the manual's like, buy it as fast as possible in stage 2, or the game FAQ just, buy that ring.
Yeah.
The golden feather controls the direction in which you jump. Wait, what does that mean? Do you have, like, committed jumps?
I think you can just jump up, but maybe if you have the golden feather, you could change your direction?
You might be able to change directions mid-air. Like, I see Tea Party Cthulhu, when you're moving right or left and you jump, you keep going in that direction. Yeah, I don't think you can control air movement. And so that item would allow you to, which I actually kind of like that, you know, they acknowledged, bam, you have committed jumps. Here's an item that you can get in order to make the jumps controllable.
Yeah.
I can support that. That's fun.
Someone's asking about the heart colors. They are all different. So first of all, there's like fish, which are currency. Yellow fish are extra lives. The blue hearts make the cloud appear. The green hearts extend the time of the stage. The red hearts do nothing but give you points. The yellow hearts are the most powerful version of the heart that makes you invulnerable.
Okay.
And I think that's all the kinds of hearts. Then there's the wing power-up. There's a secret bag, which contains items, but I don't even think anyone's going to find these secret items.
I mean, I think the red heart would be beneficial if score actually gave you extra lives. So it's not like I would probably still grab it if it's there, but the other colors seem a little bit more helpful.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What does the score even do? Like, does it do anything? I'm not tracking the
I don't even
score.
know where the score is.
Yeah, like, I think it's just the end of levels? I don't know why score matters. It doesn't matter for saving the princess.
Okay, Amazing Toaster gets the blue heart and thus has a cloud to get through some of this cave stage. I believe the Dude and Amazing Toaster are the only two players who have beaten the first boss here.
I think that might be right.
Yeah. So at this point, we are over the half-hour mark. The players need to start getting more established runs finished, you know? As long as they avoid, like... They need to make sure they get runs done, and that, like, any crashes that they can avoid due to, like, whatever they need to avoid pushing or doing, you know, avoid any crashes, get a good playthrough. Considering how fast the players have been restarting the game, though, due to game overs, like, I don't think the crashes are really an issue that we've had. We've had some, but big deal. You know, just play again.
Yeah, we've had so many people dying pretty early that at the moment, I don't think that's been a primary, like, loss of progress here.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a decider.
But yeah, as I said, this is still very early in this game, and that's kind of the reason it's here. Besides, well, the crashing wasn't the reason, but the fact that they're getting almost nowhere in this game. And even if they had items like Amazing Toaster does, it's still just hard.
Oh yeah, this game is very difficult so far. I mean, it's a Kojima game. All Kojima games are difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and here we go. Tea Party Cthulhu gonna be killing the boss here. Goodbye,
right,
lizard
nice.
man.
I like the googly eyes.
It's good. Oh no, Tea Party Cthulhu got a dance all by themselves. Sad penguin.
Aww.
That's okay. Well, the penguin's not that sad. Pretty happy.
Yeah.
So apparently there are also some special items that have a limited number of uses. The bell, for example. Ooh, I like this music. This is good. The bell will ring when there's a warp to another level nearby. Apparently there are warps in the game. There are also goggles that you can buy in certain underwater stages. It'll remain for 2 stages. It shows invisible blocks in the stage. There's the hero's cloth that protects you against 3 hits by either bats or albatross. There's a map that is necessary to reach the end of 3 different stages. What the crap? If you don't have this level in stages 12, 18, and 24, you can't finish the levels? What?
Yeah, there's no way we're getting there, so I wasn't worried about that kind of thing. But yeah, this game is just like that.
Troll. The metal helmet protects you against thunderbolts. It seems like it should do the opposite.
Yeah, it's kind of fishy.
Silver helmet protects you against sea hedgehogs. And then a torch against a squib's ink. I hate this. Okay, and you don't become blind when you're hit by the ink. There we go, Tea Party Cthulhu past the first swimming stage, moving on to the next underwater area. Ooh, Amazing Toaster, death. I think Amazing Toaster has fallen back to 3rd place at this point. Dude, still in 1st, though Tea Party Cthulhu could take it away in just a little bit.
Yeah. And I think all our players are figuring this out a bit more as we go.
Okay, there are other items that you can also get. Armor, it protects you if you run into like a log or some other barrier. You won't die. The cross tiara, it protects you against fireballs. Red shoes will keep you from allow you to keep your balance in corners. What? Apparently there are some stages where you can fall off the edge.
stage 13, apparently.
Well, that's fun. The priest robe. It allows you to hit rocks without dying. Okay, that's good. Good. And then blue boots allow you to move faster from left to right and right to left. I feel like that might be the most beneficial item because left to right movement seems to be a little bit difficult, like, to do quickly. It's just so slow.
Lops has defeated the boss.
Apparently that's only in stage 6 that you get that, and that is the desert stage. Yeah, Lobster's moving on to stage 4. Let's see if you can splishy splash your way through. Yeah, Amazing Toaster's through as well, moving on to stage 5. Beer! The penguin wants beer. Okay, this is good, penguin. Okay, dude, what is your penguin gonna think about? Girl.
Aw, the princess.
Aw. Okay, tea party. What about your penguin?
Aw, the
I guess
princess.
a little obsessed with her. I mean,
Well, she's
that's
the whole
fair. You're
reason we're
trying
doing this.
to get her to not die.
Yeah, it's pretty important.
It's the reason for the season, everybody. Princess is gonna die, and we gotta get the apple. You know what? I think we have at least one apple downstairs, unless Justin ate them all. Did you eat all the apples? Okay. I could just bring the apple then. Bam, princess is saved. Yeah, it's one of the, what is it? The Cosmic Crisp apples. It's a new type of apple that started getting sold lately, and it's essentially like a really big Honey Crisp. So good.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of that one. Sounds good.
I like Honey Crisps a little bit more, but they're pretty good. Hey, Amazing Toaster, on to stage 6. I think this might be a new lead, actually.
Yeah, I think that's a lead change. We're somewhere else now.
In that case, Amazing Toaster may be in first place. Guess what? Amazing Toaster has the most votes here as well for taking the victory. So, y'all, you may have voted for the correct person. But again, we're only 42 minutes in. There's still plenty of time for somebody to get back into this because the stages don't take too long to beat.
Yeah, they don't.
And Amazing Toaster has the propeller hat that allows a lot more air control. You can go a little bit higher and I think also jump a little bit lower. Oh no, the slime! Well, game over. Back to the start. That is still a personal best and also a match best. Amazing Toaster is definitely in the lead.
Oh yeah, now the pits can shoot stuff at you.
Do the pits have guns?
Probably.
No. I don't like that.
Just a fish? Yeah, what if it's just a fisherman down there with guns? Like, you didn't shop in my shop, time to shoot you.
I mean, honestly, you know, as a fisherman, you gotta be prepared. I mean, what if you're fishing and then a bear shows up? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you gotta be prepared.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing. Since Amazing Toaster is the only one who knows about the shops, that's a big advantage.
Actually, you could probably just throw a fish at the bear and the bear will be distracted. Probably scared of the fish and then will eat the fish. And then if you put a gun in the fish, BAM!
That's the strategy.
Yeah. See, I know how to fish. I got the skills. That would be like one of the little, like, spy guns that you see in the old spy shows, like in the 70s, you know? A little pen gun. Most fish aren't that big. You can't put a rifle in a fish.
Yeah, unless it's a really big fish.
Yeah, but you have to get lucky to catch a fish that big to put a full-size gun in it. Just, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of effort.
Anyways, Dude is fighting the boss here. Dude currently trying to make another personal best attempt. Again, you don't really have a whole lot of lives, and You know, besides the yellow fish, you really don't seem to be able to get extra lives in this game. Possibly score-wise, but I don't know. Like, we haven't seen that.
Yeah, I'm not even sure that's a thing.
Okay, there we go. Dude, finishing the boss with 20 seconds left. Goodbye, lizard boy. And dancing all by himself. I actually think that the number of fellow penguins you get might depend on the final digit in your timer.
That could definitely be true because this game is just like that.
Yeah, there was a 0 at the end, so that would be why. Let's see if Tea Party Cthulhu gets 7 dancing penguins. Nope.
No.
Too bad, no penguins for you.
So yeah, what's the best level everyone's gotten to so far?
Amazing Toaster is in the lead, as far as I'm aware, making it to the desert. Dedu and Tea Party Cthulhu, and I think Lobst as well, have all made it to the water level before.
Yeah.
But it really depends on the distance. So, functionally, it's a 3-way tie for second, third, and fourth, I believe. We would have to go back and review how far of the distance they made it. But I think one of these players is going to get to the next stage pretty soon. You know, the stage after the underwater one. Oh yeah, Amazing Toaster does have a gun. And the whatever that is, and the spinny hat that allows you to make better jumps. Amazing Toaster, due to finding the store, has actually had a lot of advantages. And
yes,
I don't think Amazing Toaster meant to get it. It was probably a pure accident falling into the hole. But it actually has paid off.
Yeah, I expected more players would eventually accidentally discover that, but it's like, this is a 7-point match. Are my players too good to accidentally fall in holes as often as I thought they would? Because that's pretty funny.
There we go, dude, swimming through the water. Tea Party Cthulhu is onto that stage as well. Whee! Let's see how far they're able to get, because one of them may be able to get to the desert stage, and if so, that's a solid second, possibly a move into first, depending on how they do.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely got some time left for people to catch up.
Oh yeah. Tea Party game over. Going back to the beginning of the game. It was a good push. That might have been a new personal best for Tea Party, but I'm not sure. Dude, gonna finish this level up right now. Let's see what you dream of. Do penguins dream of ladies today, or Malloy faces?
Island. That's an Easter Island head, yeah.
Okay. Moai. How do you say it?
Moai.
Moai.
Yeah,
I said, I think I was trying to say Maui, but I said Maui.
It's close.
Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah, someone in chat is asking if there's limited ammo. I don't think so. I think the gun is just gun.
Gun is gun. I mean, why give ammo to a penguin? Penguins aren't going to know how to reload.
Yeah, how does that work? So is there infinite ammo in this penguin gun? Like, what kind of gun is this?
I'd have to assume so. By the way, I do like that, like, the beginning of the game actually does show, the demo, it does show that the penguin has a gun. So, like, if I were a player, I'd be like, where is this gun? How do I get a gun?
Yeah, so there's like 8 different attract mode screens, and they all show the penguin with the gun. Okay, Amazing Toaster got the boss.
Yeah,
but none of them
boss.
But yeah, none of them show you like using the shop.
Okay, here's my theory. You have to get an even number at the end of your timer, and that even number determines the number of penguins that dance with you. If it's an odd number or 0, you just don't get any. There's my theory.
Yeah, that sounds like it could be good. This game has got rules that I don't know why they went with, but that sounds like it's congruent with the rules of this game.
I mean, why do you get fireworks on Mario, you know? Because of the random number at the end of your timer. It's not random, but because of the number at the end of your timer. Just so you know, Amazing Toaster has been shooting the gun plenty. Chap may not have noticed, but definitely during the stages, Amazing Toaster has been shooting the slimes, and it's ended up being fine. None of the other players have guns, though, so it doesn't really matter for them.
We haven't seen anyone else crash in quite a while, so if pressing button 2 when you don't have a gun is a thing, then maybe they stop doing it.
It might not be, like, guaranteed you're gonna crash, but occasionally you might end up with a crash. I swear somebody else is gonna end up in a shop, like, in the next 2 to 3 minutes, and they'll be like, what is going on? Why am I suddenly shopping?
Yeah, it's like, let's see how mad 3 of my players are in a few minutes.
I like this music.
It's good.
This is just a good game. I would say that, like, it's a flawed game, but it's overall enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, this is a classic in Japan. I think it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
It's just got some problems.
I would say so. And honestly, you know, that's one thing about the tournament here. Your mileage for various games may vary. And this game, I don't think it's going to be a game for everyone.
Yeah.
And considering how overly difficult the game gets, it's understandable that, you know, it could get frustrating for people. But overall, I think that for the time that this was released, it was good. And I'd even say that this has aged fairly well despite some of the flaws that we have seen in the game.
Yeah, this is playable.
And the level of difficulty as well, like, oh my gosh, it's got almost Athena level crap later on in the game.
Yeah.
Like, where you have to collect an item in order to beat a stage, and it doesn't tell you that as far as I know. Just like, oh, guess what? You don't beat the stage. You have to do it again until you figure out the obscure puzzle, because why not? It's the 80s.
Yeah, the 80s were just like that with a lot of games where, like, either you needed the manual or a comic book or something to understand it, or they just don't tell you, and it's just, you're screwed to give this game more, like, replay value, so that you didn't figure it out, so time to try again.
By the way, both Lobst and Amazing Toaster are on the desert. Yeah. Amazing Toaster making a really good push due to having a gun. Honestly, this gun is making a huge difference.
Definitely.
Yeah, he has been shooting a lot of enemies. And into the store! I will give you a jewel.
It's Santa!
Santa! Okay, be careful.
Okay, so there's 3 shop owners. One is like the happy fisherman, and then there's the angry fisherman who gives you worse prices, and then there's Santa who gives you something.
That's awesome. He gave it. What does the jewel do?
I am not sure. Let me look at the thing.
Okay. I think Santa lied though. He gave a
I don't know.
bell.
Yeah, I don't see a jewel anywhere. But the bell can be used to warp you to another nearby level. It can only be bought in stages 1, 6, 9, 13, and 15.
Okay. By the way, Lobst made it to the boss. That is a first place for Lobst. Amazing Toaster may make it there pretty quickly, though. And I think it's going to be relatively easy to see who has made more progress against the boss due to it being jumping on the cans. Amazing Toaster has a very nice extra jump, or extra high jump, due to having the propeller cap.
Yeah, so Toaster could just shoot the boss too. Like, that's potentially easier. It takes multiple shots, but if Toaster is used to jumping, then keep going with this.
The boss is dead! Yes! Amazing Toaster solidifying a first place right now and moving on to the next area. Look at the penguins, and yeah, the timer ended with 6, and there are 6 penguins. Thanks. I think my theory is right.
Some egrets in chat. Bird fact, birds don't have opposable digits because they would be too powerful if they could hold a gun. Yeah, I think we're seeing that here. This penguin is pretty powerful with the gun.
It's true. Honestly, I think... know, some birds are jerks anyway. Amazing Toaster gets the wings. Time to fly. We're going to the sky.
Yeah, go to space.
Might as well go to space. There may be some golden fish here, and if so, you can get extra lives. Gotta avoid all these meteors, though. There are a lot of them. Oh, goldfish!
Get the goldfish.
Oh, no!
Oh, you missed it.
That's okay. Another goldfish. Well,
It'd be helpful to get one if they can.
like, just getting one would be a huge boon. Oh, no! Missing all the fish!
Aw.
Oh, poor penguin.
Someone in chat's asking how many players know about the shop. I'm pretty sure it's only Amazing Toaster.
It's only Amazing Toaster.
And yeah, we've had multiple players get to around the same level, but Amazing Toaster being the only one that knows about the shop is a big boon here. Now we have a lot more hazards. The dude came over.
Do. I like this water music. It's good.
Okay, the dude said that was a third freeze. However, that was
Relatively early on.
Well, he wasn't in the lead there or anything.
Yeah, the dude still made it to the desert level, and I think still has a third place, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but if that affected, like, Tea Party Cthulhu is on the desert level as well. Toaster, though, is definitely in first place. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
This is fun.
And this really is going to be determined by finding the shop. I could have told the players that, but I don't know. I like seeing what players will figure out.
Yeah, and definitely, like, one of our players did figure it out and accidentally died. I don't know what Toaster hit, but hit something there.
And I think my philosophy with a lot of matches is, like, I don't look up the instructions before I test out games, so it's like, there's some things I'll tell them, sometimes I'll give them the manual and everything, but it's like, if I was able to play this, or my wife sometimes looks at these, like, without knowing all of it, I think it's fair to let players try to figure things out.
Yeah, the big question for me is how far was Dude when the crash happened? Because if Dude was at a point where he could have had a decent push for a final attempt, then that actually could solidify a loss. And with the game just being unfair there, we could potentially grant a little additional time if... So, chat, do you happen to know how far Dude was at that crash? Tea Party Cthulhu just letting it play on.
Yeah. Tea Party's done with this, I guess.
Yeah, Kapow, music stopped because this is just the demo running. That's why we don't have any music.
If you did want to switch, I believe that said that they could do collapse, said that they could do backup. Otherwise, could just leave it here. It's almost over.
Nah, it's all good. Like, it's almost over. We're almost done with this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes games are just a little bit brutal. Okay, it looks like it was stage 4 with 1 death was where Dude was.
Not terribly relevant then.
It's a little relevant. You could still make a push to stage 6 in that amount of time, and
yeah.
So, yeah, the big question is, would it be worth giving a little additional bonus time due to that unfortunate timed crash?
Yeah, so how much time would you think would be fair in that case? Because it would take a few minutes to get back there.
Well,
and we did have everyone have problems.
Yeah, everybody did run into problems there, and we don't say that necessarily somebody is going to be disqualified.
Nobody's being eliminated today.
Nobody is going to be eliminated today. It is an unfortunate thing to have the game crash, but this happens when it comes to Kusog7ande. So, there we go. Time is up. That is it. I think the dude is just continuing to play a little bit. I would say that I'm just trying to brain here right now. I'm working on my brain. We can go ahead and have a discussion later on. Tea Party Cthulhu did find a bonus stage. That is true. But at this point, Amazing Toaster did take the victory, and there's very little way for anybody that anybody could possibly take that back. Like, honestly, Amazing Toaster made such a good amount of progress. It appears that Lubst took second, and then third and fourth between Dude and Tea Party Cthulhu. Yeah, Dude is like, I think there might have been some use for the fish. Yeah, and crashes are unfortunate, but the crashes did happen to everyone. Let's go ahead and welcome Amazing Toaster in and see what they thought about the game. Come join voice if you want general voice, because Amazing Toaster definitely took the victory here. So, yeah, I feel like the players actually did pretty well with this game. This game is hard. Hello there, Amazing Toaster.
I'm just going to directly invade this channel since I can.
Ah! I'm scared. Seriously, great job. You managed to take the victory here, and finding the shop, I think that's what made you win.
Having the beanie so that I had higher jumps was
that was huge.
That was huge.
Yeah.
I figured out a couple of the other items. I think that like knight's helmet that I got the one time helped me not die to one of those fish underwater, because I think it bonked me in the head and bounced off.
Yeah, there's a lot of items in this game that can help in different ways.
And then I got the free bell, which I think was telling me where shops. It was like giving a chime when shops were showing up. But by that point, I knew what they looked like. So,
yeah. And honestly, like, I don't think you fell into the shop on purpose the first time, right? Like, no, it was completely on accident.
I came off the cloud and fell directly into the shop off the cloud, and I was like, this is huge. I was wondering if there were others that didn't find it, and apparently nobody else found it. So that was huge.
Yeah, I was assuming players would accidentally fall in those holes eventually, but it's a 7-point match. I think I underestimated you guys. You're not going to accidentally fall in holes as often as I thought.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, the strange thing is that, like, making mistakes actually in a game like this can end up being beneficial. It's just not super obvious where the shops are. I'd say that might be one of the bigger flaws of this game. There are tons of items. You don't really know what they do if you don't have a manual, and considering that this wasn't really released outside of Japan, I don't know.
Yeah, I was doing kind of, trial and error. And when I figured out that the hat gave me bigger jumps, I was like, I am getting that every chance I can.
Yeah, that was a very wise idea. Oh, apparently there was a European release that has some information in there.
Okay, I didn't find that.
I'm not from the Europe place. From the Europe place. Yeah, there you go. That sounds like a really crappy restaurant. Hey, let's go to the Europe place. Oh, but yeah, honestly, I think that this game just, like, it has a few flaws, but honestly, for the MSX, just like up there with Cabbage Patch Kids, I think that it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing this. This was, dare I say, good.
Yeah, I'm glad you had fun with this. This is not the worst game, but I think it's interesting.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. we've definitely had worse. Was there anything that like was frustrating for you, especially to begin with?
Just trying to figure out some of the game mechanics, figuring out what the different color hearts was. Once I got the blue one, I kind of tried to grab that whenever possible because it just kind of just kept you going.
Yeah, that was the one that gave you the cloud, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was also, I think, the invincibility fish, was it?
It was like after blue on the rotation. It was
okay,
it was like
the
a
heart
greenish
rotation.
color. Yeah, there was like a greenish color that gave you invincibility.
Okay.
Or was it? Yeah, it might have been yellow. Now that I'm looking at the attract.
I think it might have been yellow,
cycled
yeah.
after. Yeah.
By the way, yeah, the yellow fish in the game, which I'm not sure if anybody managed to collect those are extra lives. And in the bonus stage especially, that's your biggest chance to get them.
I think I got one extra life somehow. I don't know if it was points after the second boss or
it
or
could
what.
have been points. Like, there are points in the game, but they're not very clear where they pop up or how you get them. But yeah, honestly, I was speculating points may actually end up being somewhat important for giving extra lives. It's just I didn't know how many you had to get or like how much anything gave you in the game.
Yeah,
my
I'm not
guess,
sure.
my guess, if points gave you an extra life, it was like at 50,000.
Yeah, that's probably true. That tends to be the case with a lot of games. Well, cool. Like, Amazing Toaster, seriously, great job on this. I think this is like for this tournament, this is the best that you've done. I think last tournament, did you ever get first place, or how did you do during the previous ones?
I won some matches a couple years ago.
Okay.
Might have winning last year.
Yeah. Still, you're doing really, really well. I have a hard time remembering like how everybody does. Yeah. Also, it's always fun to run into you when you're at GDQs. I'm glad that I got to meet up with you a little bit during the last one. Do a little bit of chilling.
It was always good to see people. It was especially good to see people after not seeing people for so long.
Oh, geez, for so long. Yeah. Well, I think that's all that I have for Kusog7ande. No, not for Kusog7ande.
No,
for
not
this
for
match.
Kusog7ande.
We've got
This
two more
match.
matches today. What am I even talking about? For this match, though, seriously, Amazing Toaster, great job. Are you streaming anything else over at your channel?
I'm not really right now. I've been spending more time with friends in Discord and doing stuff there than actually streaming anything these days.
That's a good thing to do. Be with friends. Do fun things. Yeah. I support it. Well, awesome, Amazing Toaster. And Hedge Maze, thank you so much for giving this game out. This was an adorable game that, over here in the US, like, we just don't know about. And honestly, I feel like maybe it's a little bit more on the good side than bad when it comes to Kusog7ande, but I still enjoyed experiencing it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this was fun to have. And yeah, it's only round 2, so we can have a little bit of enjoyment with our Kuso.
Yeah, there can be a little bit of joy. That's fine. All right, both of you. Thank you so much for being here. Take care.
Take care.
See ya. Well, everybody, we've got 2 more matches today, but before then, I won't need to stand up and run to the restroom, so I'm going to run a quick ad. See you in about a minute or 2. We will be back with the 3rd match. Stay tuned.